So I'll tell you a story. We attempted to use my new sheep shelter, and as you can see, it fell apart on me. Welcome to my little tropical farm. The rain was just too much. We had a really heavy rain, and I had this set up. I had the shelter set up with the electric fence around it, or electric netting, this electric netting that you can see there now, around it to keep coyotes away. And the sheep were in there, and the roof fell, and the sheep jumped through it. So this is just wire netting. This is plastic netting, and the sheep literally all jumped through it. There's holes all over it. And one of them got tangled in the electric fence. And it was not fun for them. It was not fun for me to come out in the dark, worrying about snakes and other things, and untangle the sheep. And they all went back to their old shelter that they were using in the chicken area, which I'm going to show you in a few minutes. That needs to be cleaned every day. I clean it every day. I power wash it every other day, because sheep seem to have no problem lying in their poop, stepping in their poop, so it gets ground in. So my friends and I kind of I guess brainstormed, what could we do? I didn't want to put them back in here. It was too much of an experience for them. I do want to use this at some point, and we'll see when. We're talking about maybe using it as just a shade for pigs when I get pigs next year. It won't go to waste. We're going to redo the roof with similar roof that is on most of the buildings, the tin roof. But right now, it's just sitting there doing nothing. Meanwhile, we took the netting and we put it all the way around this property. This originally was a horse stable. And coyotes probably don't go after horses. They're big, but I have little lambs, so I do worry a lot about the coyotes. And now this is an opening for me. Okay, I'll deal with that in a second. So we put the netting around. We're not going to electrify it because there's too much metal here. We'll electrify the whole stable. And we put chain link on the door all the way from the bottom up. And we think it's pretty darn coyote proof now. So we're going to start putting the sheep back in here at night. We will, as you can see, it was 2 stalls. The dog is liking it in here, and I'd like the dog not to do that because she's going to scare the heck out of the sheep. I have no idea how she's getting in, but if she's getting in, a coyote can get in. So I've got to figure that out. I'm going to get her out of here in a second. We're fixing the water so that it is an automatic waterer, and we'll get the dog bed out of here. I used that when the lamb was hurt to contain her for the first 2 days. So anyway, that really threw me for a loop to see the dogs in here, or the dog. And I forgot what I was saying. Oh, we're going to take this middle section, and there was a door in the back. We are going to, I see how the dog's getting in, I think, back there. We're going to put the door on the middle section and block it off so only young lambs can go through to the other side, but we can open it and also use it when a ewe gives birth, to give them some space alone without all the other sheep. So that's where we're at with this. And right now I'm going to go move baby. So the sheep seem to think I'm moving their food trough so they could eat out in the open. Clearly that's not what I'm doing. I'll have to get them away so I can move it. There's still some alfalfa in there from last night. And what those guys are doing on the end is they're eating some of the minerals that were left when I picked up the mineral block and moved that separately. So I'm going to let them pick at it. And when they get bored, I'm going to come back and move it. Okay, so this is the finished for now project of the new sheep shelter, newer sheep shelter. It's really not new, they used this before. I was gonna put the food along that wall, but they love to sleep in that corner. I think the wall and the side gives them a lot more security. I still have some cleaning up to do in here, but they can certainly come in here tonight and sleep. And I think they will. I have to put, because the water isn't ready, it's been cleaned out, but it doesn't have the float and the water's not running. So I have to put in a bowl of water. I'll do that. Next, it's starting to rain out, so they went into their other shelter, and I've got to keep an eye on this one so that the dogs don't get in. So I would say at this point it's not fully coyote proof, although I'm sure coyotes are fatter than my thin dog that can get through. The other dog struggled, but this little gap at the bottom is how she's getting through. So I'm going to redo this. I'm actually going to have someone redo it for me. I'm going to ask my friend to do it. But I'm going to extend it to about here. And so I should still be able to close the door, and this whole section will be closed off. So that's my next step. Still more to do. Oh, look at this little booger up here. I'm not going to touch him because I do think he is got some venom in his little hairs. He's not like venomous, like he's going to really hurt somebody. I mean, it'll hurt, but it's not going to like kill anybody. It'll just hurt. So since the sheep went in, I'm going to leave their hay thing hanging, so that hopefully maybe the dogs won't go in there. And I'm going to keep an eye out for the dogs. Meanwhile, I'm going to go inside because I don't know if you could tell, but it's raining pretty good right now. Jessie is teaching me how to make a sweet banana dessert. Today, my kitchen's a mess because we're doing about 3 different things. But this is one of them. And she's prepping the banana leaves. That came right out of the yard today. And this is it's banana, sugar, salt, cinnamon, flour. I think that's it. Ma? Mm. And this is the finished product. What is it called? ¿Cómo se llama?
Tortilla de banano.
Oh, es fácil. Tortilla de banana. Y este es las bananas dulce. These are the bananas that they were made with, sweet bananas. So today, Jessie and I are medicating the chickens. Jessie's doing most of it because she's better at grabbing the chickens. So this is day 4 of rain. The first 2 days were like non-stop. Today it started in the afternoon, but it's been overcast all day. You can see big puddles in my pasture. My actual backyard is even worse. So I'm going to show you what we do when it rains like this. The sheep will not go out in the rain. I guess if they're starving, they will. And I don't love to give them extra alfalfa. 1, because it's quite expensive. And 2, because that's kind of their nighttime food. I don't know. So I am going to get one of my machetes and cut down some trees for them. But here they are, staying out of the rain. And I'm going to get them banana trees. While I'm down in this area in the rain, all the chickens are in, so I'm just going to close them up. I think it's about 2:30 right now, but I'm just going to close their door, and then I'm going to go out there and get some banana leaves for the sheep. We're going to head into the chicken area, and I'm just going to look for some good trees. These have all been cut down and they grow back. And so I'm going to pick like 2 big ones. Oh gosh, this water is horrendous. With lots of good leaves, and that's what I'm going to give to the sheep. Keep forgetting what they're called. But let's go find some good ones. So now we're behind the chicken area. And these are the banana trees that had a fungus. So they've all been, you can see right here, they've all been cut down previously and have come back. So I'm just gonna cut them down. I'm not ideal with a machete, so, and my machetes aren't very sharp, it seems. Whoops. There. I'm gonna get 2, and then I'm gonna put the camera away, and then I'll get it back out when I put the banana trees up. Oh, this one I did much better with. So now I'm soaking wet, but I'll hang these up and the sheep can eat them. We came up with this way to hang them up because the sheep just will go to the bathroom all over the place. And I was putting them in the food trough over there, but they would fall onto the floor, and it just wasn't ideal. So now it's a little more sanitary. This is the area that I wanted to show you the other day, but I couldn't get past the fence. Got the fence open. Oh, there you could see the chickens, I think. Got the fence open and looked at the corn the other day, and I've got some worms. And since I don't like to use chemicals, I am going to try and treat them with white vinegar. So here is my corn. So this corn is not growing well, maybe lack of water, not sure. The land should be fine. This was planted earlier, but it's way ahead of this other stuff. So I'm not sure what it is, but we do have those worms that we had in the other corn, and it really affected them poorly. So I'm gonna look around, see if I can find the ones that have the worms. It's actually pretty obvious to see them. And I am going to drop some white vinegar in there. See here, you can see there's been something in there. But I wanted to show you, if I can find it again. There are definitely ants in some of these. Here we go. So there's sign of worms. But I think this one we got already. I don't think it was this far up. Okay, what I'm looking for is one of these stalks had a little frog sitting inside. And I don't know if that frog does any harm or not. I'm kind of thinking it's good because it'll eat the insects, but I don't know for sure. And now I can't find it. So if I find it, I'll turn the camera back on. It's been a long, busy, rainy week, but we're glad you could join us. If you'd like to follow along as we continue to build our 4.5-acre homestead here in Panama, please click the subscribe button, hit the bell so you'll be notified when our videos come out, and if you like this video, please click like. We do have some surprises in store next week, and hopefully you'll join us for that. But have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Bye.